What's going on, Facebook family? Already live in here with Miss Shaiwian Mackall, and we're gonna chop it up the way we usually do with the vibe sessions. So you guys stay in tune, man. I appreciate you guys coming on. We got about a minute and 30 until we go live on the radio, so we're trying to get this timing packed down, family. So y'all bear with us, man. Let people know what's going on. Shaiwian has something special for you guys, so go ahead and get the share out. Let people know what's going on. Support the culture, support the family. Y'all gotta do that for us. We got about a minute, Shaiwian, until we get on here, so. Facebook, make sure y'all share the live. Make sure you guys share the live and head over to get your app too. If you got an Apple device, get your app. The Android one is still coming. Like I said, they give me a hard time, but it's still coming. We're coming in 20, okay? 20 seconds. Family, what's going on, man? It's your guy, Wes. Alexander, you tune in too. Elev8 Radio, you got the vibe sessions going on. I got a pretty special guest for you guys today, man. I'm looking forward to this one because I know what she has to give you guys is very special. So without further ado, I'm gonna let Miss Shaiwian Mackall speak on the mic and give you guys a little taste of what's going on here.
Hey everybody, this is Shaiwian. So grateful to be here tonight with you. So I'm just excited about this. And what about Shaiwian? So I'm just embarking on this new journey of an author. So I can say a worker by day, author by night.
Oh yeah.
So I'm grateful for that. Little country girl from what they call Southern Maryland, Calvert County. Born and raised in Sunderland, Maryland. So all my Sunderland family, hey, I'm live on the radio.
You gotta stand up for it, Sunderland. I know exactly what you're talking about too. So a lot of these people are out of Southern Maryland. That's good. The people on Facebook, that's what we're referencing to, radio listeners. Well, you already pretty much let the people know about who you are, who Shaiwian is, where you come from. Do you want to dive a little bit more into that? Get a family a little gist of where were we at on Sunderland? Where were you at? Because a lot of these people from right around the area, so they know it and they won't feel at home.
From Sunderland, Push-Off Station Road. That's the road. Everybody know that by Mount Hope Community Center. There you go. Back in the day, everybody would come over and play basketball on the courts. Oh yeah. From Push-Off Station Road, Mount Hope Community Center, from the finer end of the county. Yeah,
the finer end. She had to throw that one in, family. Fletcher said, hey, that's what's up, man. That's what's up. So, a little bit. So when you were in Sunderland, was that when you was that when you were younger, or is that when you?
I was born and raised in Sunderland.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah,
I didn't
since
know that.
1972, I guess I've been out of the Sunderland area and not too far down the street, Prince Frederick. But grew up there as a little girl. Grew up not a traditional family setting, so I was raised by my grandfather, and so along with his kids, so kind of different family dynamics. But,
wow. Okay.
Yeah, so my grandfather raised me, so I say he didn't do bad.
Yeah. Yeah. Of course.
So that's how I was raised by my grandfather. From Sunderland, went to take old school down there to Beach Elementary School. That's where I went to elementary school. Went to Northern High.
Okay.
In Northern Middle, so I am a Patriot class of 1990.
Get out of here.
Yes, and
okay.
So
I went to Northern for a little while too.
You were from Northern too?
A little while. I went to Calvert after Northern, but 2 years in high school I went to Northern.
So you got a rival. That was our rival in the day. I think it's still the same today.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So again, most of my time there in Sunderland. After high school, I started to work for the government. Been there 20 plus years.
Wow.
Later, 10 years after being out of school, I decided I was going to go back to college. So started 10 years later, went to college in Southern Maryland, got a AA in accounting, and moved on to University of Maryland University College and graduated with a degree in accounting, a minor in business.
Wow.
Took a little hiatus, a little while from school, then thought that maybe I should learn, since I knew God, I should probably learn about God.
There you go, right.
So then something hit me, so I need to learn about God. And then I went to seminary, so Capital Bible Seminary in Atlanta.
Okay.
My first degree there was actually major and a master's in divinity, but as time went on, Washington Bible College changed to Lancaster Bible College.
Okay.
Lancaster, and then I just got a master's in biblical studies, and so finished that. Oh gosh, probably 3 years ago. This is 2019, so about 2016 finished my master's in biblical studies.
Man, that's a hustle.
I hustle. So I tell the young kids, go to school go to college after high school.
Right. Yeah.
Don't wait 10 years. I've actually finished my undergrad and master's working full time.
Right.
I would not recommend that to anybody.
Yeah,
so.
that's some work for you.
Yeah, a lot of work.
Serious work, family. Y'all got to recognize what's going on in here. You got a real grinder in here, because if she can do that, pull that off, while she's at work, hats off to her, family. Hats off to her for real.
And the Dean's List.
And Dean's List.
And
let's throw that out there.
Double honors.
I need some sound effects so we can give you a round of applause in the background. That's good, though. That's good. So go ahead and get the education as soon as you get out of high school. That's the best time to do it, though, because that's when everything's fresh on your mind and fresh on your head. You can apply yourself with I guess kind of like with less effort, I would say. Obviously, it's going to take some effort because you gotta work at it, but it's going to be a lot easier than waiting until that stuff starts to die out. So that's awesome. That's awesome. So well, I'm gonna let if you want to, or I can let the family know, exactly what's going on here. So Miss Shaiwian Mackall is here because she's wrote a book for you guys, and the work behind the book is pretty brilliant, family. So we're going to jump into that more when we get back from song. But I want to go ahead and extend that out to you guys and let you guys know what's going on. So you got to stay around, family, so that you can get the inside scoop on this book that she's bringing to you guys, all right? I'm not going to let you guys know the name of it yet because you got to stick around, all right? Stick around till after the song, family. So you guys go ahead and kick back, relax, bring it up on your Elev8 Radio app, your www.elev8radio.com, or stay here on Facebook Live, or do all three. It don't matter to me, man. So you guys go ahead and kick back, relax. We're going to go ahead and vibe out with this song, and we'll get back at you with this book and more information on that. All right, family?
This work right here, Wes.
Huh?
This work right here.
You did great.
You said work? Yeah, you're doing really good.
Yeah, you did
really
great.
Good.
Oh my goodness.
You said this is work.
Oh my goodness.
But you did great. Just flow with it.
Yeah, you're doing good.
I mean,
You do like when you're talking to me, it flows. That's what you want to do.
Okay.
So you're doing it. So I think it's going good. I think it's going good. Let's see. Facebook family is supporting you. Facebook is supporting you, so they know what's going on. They said you out here grinding. You got everything going on. You went out there and got her master's degree while she was working.
You can see all that?
Hmm?
You can see all that?
What you mean?
Where do you see that at?
Right
people
here.
are just
Right here.
people are
Facebook
making
comments.
comments.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. These are all the people that they're watching you and they're supporting you. So you got, Sharon, right?
Yeah, no
From church,
Sharon.
she's saying hey.
Let me see my phone. Can I get on my phone?
Yeah, let's do that. I'm gonna go ahead and share it too. Share this over.
Let me say I was working this advertisement. Y'all got service over here. Y'all in the boondocks, but y'all got some service.
You do this every night? You do this every night?
Whenever, a couple of times throughout the week, and then I'll do, like I'm working on doing some of my own solo shows also.
Oh, cool.
But I do like a quote of the day throughout the day just to get people inspired and these things to let people know what's going on with our people in the community. So.
Yeah, that is so cool.
I'm gonna play 2 songs.
Okay, thank you. Girl, Adrian. Always like it's delayed. I just said my girl Adrian and it just picked it up.
Yeah. Facebook, you talking about
Yes.
Facebook? Yeah, it's delayed. Share, that's good. Alright, what we got from the people?
Ready?
Oh yeah. Extremely hard worker. Extremely hard worker. Shared it. We appreciate that share. Adria Brown, she said that you're her mentor.
Yes.
That's awesome. We're doing more stuff then. We got some. That's awesome. That's awesome.
We turn it off. Turn it off.
Family, what's going on, man? It's Wes Alexander with the Vibe Sessions on Elev8 Radio. So we're back at it, man. We're back at it. Y'all know who we got in the building, Ms. Shaiwian Mackall. And we have her spectacular book with us that we're going to go ahead and jump into. So, Shaiwian, what inspired you not just to write that book, but what inspired you to write a book in general? I mean, where did this? It takes a lot. All right, let me just go ahead and be real with you. Right, I'll have authors come on the radio, right, and then I get a book and hold it in my hand, and I'm like, all right, this thing is thick. This is a lot of pages, right? Mm-hmm. I'm like, man, it takes some inspiration to actually sit down and say, look, I'm gonna write pages and pages and pages of material for people to inspire someone, or to be able to hone into someone's personal life or whatever it is. So what inspired you to sit down and just do that? You made up your mind and said, I'm gonna do this.
Well, I guess mine was a little unique and different. So when I first started to write, I was just writing daily devotions to people. I wrote them during the last furlough, which was 2013, and I was on my way to South Africa, and majority of my supporters were government employees. So I would sit out on my porch every day, and I'm writing. I was like, God, I'm gonna have to trust you, because I'm going to South Africa to minister to your people. So what I would do, I would just write a scripture a day while I was out there, and I would send it on Facebook and email. But what I just put them away. Then I finished, started this, and then I did something later called Spiritual Vitamins, what I continued for a number of years.
Wow.
But I put all of it away for years.
Wow.
I didn't think about, putting them in a book.
Yeah.
But my girlfriend, Rhonda Tucker, she said, sis, you should put these on a book one day.
Yeah.
I said, really? And I didn't think anything about it. I put them away. I tucked them away. But it was actually in 2018 when Pastor Billy Staten came for Pastor Godlock's birthday, and he preached a message, Minor Adjustments. And he said, you got books and things, you already got them written.
Right.
And that hit me in my spirit, and I said, I do.
Yeah.
I got years of devotions there.
Right.
So I said, well, where am I going to start? I said, I might as well start with this 21-day trust.
Yeah.
And so that Monday.
And I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you off, family, but that's the name of the book, 21-Day Trust Journey.
Yeah.
So y'all make sure y'all peep that, all right? Write that down, do what you need to do. But I'm going to let you continue. I'm sorry, I just wanted to get that while that was there.
Thank you. And so it's ironic, because months ago, a lady had stopped me in the hall at work and told me she wrote a book and she started her own publishing company. I said, okay, that's no problem. So I'll take the card. I know some people that want to write a book. I'm going to give it to them. Yeah. I didn't think anything. But the same lady after the message, I actually contacted her. This was in November, beginning of November the 12th exactly. And I met with them, her and the other lady of their company. And we sat down, we talked about how I could do this 21-day trust journey. Matter of fact, at first it was called 21 Days of Trust. I said, no, we don't have 21 days of trust. Trust is forever. But let's start a 21-day trust journey, because it takes 21 days to build a habit. Yeah. So I hopefully after 21 days that this will become habitual for people. I mean, we want habits, but this is one habit that you want for eternity, because you want to always trust God. So I met with them and I said, well, how long is this going to take? And they said, well, you got your stuff together. I said, I got my stuff right here. Yeah. So I gave it to them, and they said, we think we can get this. And I said, well, I want to launch this by December 31st. I said, it's New Year's Eve. I said, people don't be making their New Year, I won't call them resolutions, but New Year goals. I said, what a great way. People be fasting. What a great way to launch a book. People can start their devotion on New Year's Day and starting to, in the new year, and start reading. Yeah. So again, I went there, talked to them. They did the edits and everything. And I must say, even through there, it was trust, because anytime you're doing something, you always run into some challenges or a snafu. But got through all of those, and it took about 6 weeks to write the book, from start to finish.
Wow. So and that was like every day after work, just grinding that thing out, or was it?
I sat in my bed. I took my laptop. They would give me recommendations to change, and I just carved away time After work at night, sat in my bed and would do the edits, whatever they told me they think was best. I would make those changes. I think I got on their nerves. And I want to give a shout out to the publishing company. It's ACM Publishing Company in Landover, Maryland.
Awesome.
Two individuals' names are Angela Miles and Cynthia. Oh, why has her name just escaped my mind? Actually, I can't think of Cynthia's last name.
We'll go with Cynthia, though.
Cynthia, but ACM Publishing in Lanham. And like I said, really, I know I got on their nerves because once I'm very, very focused on something, I'm very focused.
There you go.
And I called them one night, and they was like, "Girl, you got us up all night." I said, "I know. That's why I'm paying you. That's why I'm paying you." But long story short, 21 Days of Trust. Just want people to trust God.
Yeah.
This invisible God that we can't see.
Yeah.
And that we all have challenges. I don't care what walk of life you come from. And for me, as I was saying, I was sitting on my porch writing these naturally, and I think about trust. I would think about, coming from my humble beginnings, being rejected by my parents, infertility, losing my 4 children, and just dealing with the lack of confidence that I experienced from that. And I look back and these mountains, and in the intro of the book, I talk about a mountain. And there are mountains you have to climb.
Oh, yeah.
And you try to get up the peak, and you get up the peak, Wes. And as you're up the peak, you fall back.
Oh, yeah.
And once you fall back, you don't know how you're going to get up.
Yeah.
But it has to be something inside of you that you're going to trust to get back up again. Because you got more peaks to climb to get to the top. And then you're near the top, Wes.
Yeah.
And the fog comes.
Yeah.
And it's so foggy that you can't even see.
Yeah.
And you wonder how you're going to get up this time because you've been down before. But you got to get to the top.
Got to get to the top.
And so you got to have something. You got to hold on to something. But what greater gift is to hold on to God's word where there was promises and blessings inside of there. And so if I look back and I see, even though I was rejected by my parents, God said, if your mother and your father forsake you, I'll take care of you. Yeah. And that's what God has done. Yeah. And that was another scripture that I remembered early, always through, honor thy mother and thy father, and thy days will be long. I wasn't all that saved then, but those are the only two. God has shown me over my 46 years, even though my parents rejected me once, I still made it up that hill. Right. I was challenged on every side. And even my confidence, I didn't think I could even go to college. Not that I wasn't smart. I was always honor roll student and everything, but didn't have the confidence to even go. It took me 10 years after. But I want to say, even with my mom and my dad, I still don't really know my dad, but my mom was gone home to be with the Lord. God is so funny because there was a 7-year time frame that God brought her back in my life. Wow. So you really got to trust God. Yeah. And when my mother passed and went home to be with the Lord, we had a good relationship at the end of that. But you got to trust God, Wes. Yeah. Absolutely. And through that 7 years, I look back, I said, God, you know the beginning from the end. He knew my mom was going to go home, be with the Lord. Yeah. They gave me some good 7 years. They all weren't good, but they were good. Yeah. So. It was special. It was special. I got to know her more. Exactly. She got to know, even though she bore me, she didn't really know me. Yeah. But we got to know each other. Right, exactly. And found out, really, we were having some things in common. Yeah. And then people kept telling me I looked like her. Yeah. But I really couldn't see it. Yeah. But I really did look like her. Right. So I didn't never want to admit it. I think that's what it was. Yeah. But you just see how God is so amazing, and as you're going through this life, this thing called life, it's truly a journey. But you got to keep going up the mountains. Yeah. We call them today the ebbs and the flows, and that's what life is, ups and downs. Yeah. But you got to persevere to get through there. Through there. I call it fuel. I did a quote of the day on based around that, and I was calling that. I was saying, you got to dig deep. I refer a lot. I use like sports for my references because that's what I like, right? Okay. So I don't know if you know about Kobe Bryant and how he has the alter ego, the Mamba, right? So I call it the Mamba mentality. It's that fuel, that digging deep into yourself and finding your fuel. What fuels you to be able to propel yourself into that next level, so that now you can get to that peak. You have what it takes to get to that peak. Yes.
and it's gonna happen over and over and over again, and it's gonna get very uncomfortable.
It is.
But you got to keep on finding that fuel, because you're gonna get there if you keep on searching for it.
Yes.
That's deep.
So I could use the mountain. So I didn't never climbed a mountain, physically climbed it. But when I was in South Africa on a missions trip, we went to Tabletop Mountain,
Mm-hmm.
and so I didn't. So they have cable cars that take you to the mountain.
That's the I'm sorry. That's the what's the cable car?
The cable car of the cars that you they take you up on the skyline.
Oh, on the like you do with the ski slopes and stuff.
Yes,
I got you. Okay.
So as we're standing in line, and you still have to prepare yourself to even go in the cable car.
Right.
And they make sure you're secured in there.
Mm-hmm.
So you think of they're securing you in the cable car. You need to be secured in God's word as well.
Right.
Because that is what's going to hold you. So once I get to the top of Table Mountain and I get on top of the mountain, the splendor of God is up there.
Wow.
You could see little islands, just serene, beautiful. And it took us all that time to go through the long line and get strapped in and going up the heights. But when I got there, I didn't even think about getting prepared to go up the mountain and all that it took to get there. So I'm telling you, when you get to your mountaintop, to that final peak up there, all the troubles that you went through, all the pain, all the suffering, the grief, it don't even matter.
Wow.
It don't even matter.
Wow. That's extremely extraordinary, man. So you went through some parental rejection, essentially. How would you extend on how that has impacted you as a parent now?
It makes me to make sure that I take care of my jewels. Making sure that I am that mother.
Right.
You know, the mother that I had a mother, but she didn't do what she needed to do. But I still trust God, and I still thank God for her.
Absolutely.
But it makes sure that I be the best mother that I can. Make sure I show him love and always support him. Make sure I put discipline in his life as well. So it helps to shape. It helped to shape Moby to be a better mother. Than knowing that I don't care what comes, I'm gonna hold on to Jules, and we'll talk a little more about Jules later.
Yeah, of course.
I'm gonna hold on to him. I'm gonna take care of him. I'm gonna nurture him. I'm gonna love him.
Yeah.
And that's what that did for me.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I'm sure that was a huge inspiration with the 21-day trust journey. Do you have different avenues that people can find your book, or maybe anything online or anything like that I can reference for people?
Yes, you can actually get this on Amazon.
On Amazon?
It's on Amazon.
Oh, if y'all don't have an Amazon and y'all not doing it. That's like Walmart of the internet. We got to have the Amazon. All right, cool. So what I'm going to do actually, you know what? Let's do that right now. I'm going to go to break, do a song. And what I'm going to do, family, during that song is I'm going to grab the link for the Amazon and I'm going to put it in the comments. So you guys can go right now to that link and check out Shaiwian's book. And, support the cause, man. Support the cause, because we're definitely going to jump into this, man. Because I got some questions. I want to know a little bit about your trust references.
Yes.
I want to dive into this a little deeper. So we're going to go into song, family, and we're going to come back with a little bit more about this book, 21-Day Trust Journey by Shaiwian Mackall. All right, guys. So stay tuned in. Going decent? Good?
I'm good. I'm actually finding one of my favorites out here. Not that all of them are not my favorite.
Right.
So we can dive into it.
That's perfect. That would be perfect. Facebook is popping all the way off. They got all kinds of comments I saw coming in. That's awesome. Yeah, so I was gonna just ask. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it for we go back in. I don't want to give Facebook no kind of Facebook. Y'all can't cheat, all right? So y'all gotta wait too, just like the people on the radio gotta do. That's all. So we're sitting right now, Shaiwian, at 32 minutes. So
Are we?
Yeah.
I said, Wes, I don't know if I can do an hour.
That time flies, doesn't it?
This is nice. I like this.
Yeah,
I like
would.
this.
I
Oh my
would.
goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my God. It's a pick was simple.
That's awesome. That's awesome. You're getting a great response. Seriously good response. Facebook family, y'all go ahead. Don't forget to hit that that like and love and share the live, man. Share the live for people to hear about Shaiwian's testimony and hear about this book, man. This is an awesome book. So you guys want to stay in tune, man. If you need some inspiration, you need some leverage to be able to apply your trust in God, not even just in God, but I mean, like we're going to touch on in marriage and life and your kids, all of that. But being able to apply these scriptures and these methods into your life and your situation, Facebook. So y'all want to stay in tune and share for somebody. It's one click of a button, and it's a great gift to give somebody. So y'all got to go ahead and do that. That's awesome.
So when I write my next book, Wes, would you invite me back? I'm
Okay.
actually gonna send. I hope to have another one ready by summer.
Okay. Yeah, that's easy.
I like this radio thing.
It's like I can get used to this a little bit.
Yeah, I like this.
Family. We're back again, man. It's Wes Alexander with Elev8 Radio, and we got the vibe sessions with Shaiwian Mackall and her book, The 21-Day Trust Journey. We're going to go ahead and dive into this book a little bit. Shaiwian, let's start off with, I guess, one of your favorite parts of your book. What's one of your favorite scriptures that you have in your book?
All right, I'm going to start with day 2. All of my favorite, but I'm going to pick one.
Oh, yeah,
Especially
right,
favorite
right.
for today. It's Proverbs 3 verses 5 and 6, and it says, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and lean not on your own understanding." And verse 6 says, "In all your ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct your path." Pretty much saying, look, everything you believe in, which is your heart, which is your inner being, your cardio, is that you need to take all that's within inside of you, and you just need to trust and believe in God. And he says not lean, because when you're leaning, that means you're not straight, you're not tall, your posture is out of order. So you don't have time to lean to your own understanding, because most of the time our perspectives are off. So, but if we're just trusting with God with our whole inner being, so we don't have time to lean to our own understanding. And he says, in all your ways and acknowledge him. So it means in all the ways you have, simply acknowledge him, that he is the God of your life, that he's your creator, that he's everything to you. And he gives you a promise, and he says that, look, and he shall direct your path. Look, you need some direction on the path, so you need God to direct it. So there's no need to lean into your own understand, no need to lean to trust in anything else. Don't put your trust in money, cars, and family and friends. Look, just give it to Elohim, the creator of everything, and he's going to direct your path. He's going to guide you. He's going to light your path, because when you're on a path, you need some light. So God's going to give you that shining light to direct you wherever you're trying to go. So whatever's inside of you, with your whole being, your whole heart, just give everything to God and watch him do some majestic things in your life. Just give it all to him. I challenge you to go back and read day 2 of 21-Day Trust Journey. If you have, if you don't, make sure when you grab it, you run to day 2. I mean, certainly don't skip day 1, but go in there and put your thoughts. So start to meditate on that right now. And really what he's saying, like, just give it all to me.
Yeah.
Whatever you got. He said, look, I know your heart. Man doesn't know your heart, but God knows our heart. Even the things inside of our heart that we don't want anybody to know, our Father knows about it anyway. So you might as well just trust him. And remember, it may not feel the way you want it to feel. You will be uncomfortable. You will be challenged. But if you just trust God and see Him and see His majesty, His power, and His glory, you'll be amazed. Remember, don't take your eyes off of God. Keep your focus on Him, and He will surely show Himself to you.
Wow.
And you get to see the person of God. And whatever you need and whatever He is to you, you'll be able to see Him.
Yeah.
If you need Him as a provider, He'll provide.
Right.
You need grace, He'll give you grace. You need mercy, He'll give you mercy. You need peace, He'll give you peace in the midst of a storm.
There you go. There you go. That's a taste of the book, family. That's a taste of the book. That's a taste of what you can expect. Not only what you can expect to get out of the book, but what you can expect to apply onto your own lives through this book. So you see the link in the comments if you're on Facebook. If you're not on Facebook, go ahead and jump back over there on the live and look in the comments. You can get the link to the book and go ahead and grab a copy. Or a copy or two. Grab one for your family members, for your loved ones. For if you feel like someone needs some kind of inspiration, a way to direct their trust. They're feeling a lack of trust. There's a lot that's going on, Shaiwian.
Yes.
A lot that's going on in our communities, especially with our youth.
Yes.
And they're ending up in situations where sometimes they lose their lives.
Yeah.
And it can be something as simple as your book that can shift their mindset into a direction that can focus them on something positive. That's the big thing, something that's positive. So I need to have trust before I can focus on anything positive.
That's it. And the youth, West, they don't trust a lot of people, a lot of things. They certain things, but they have a lot to contend with today. Yeah. So we need to put something inspiration, powerful in their head.
Right.
And that's why I use the hashtag, because they hashtag everything. And so every day at the end of the story, I write some questions in there. I wanted to probe you, and so you can start to think about the scripture. One thing to read it, but it's another thing to talk about it.
Yeah.
And at the end, I always ask a question because I want you to think about it.
That's a unique structure.
Yeah.
That's a very unique structure. Family, you're not going to really find a book that's going to test you. This is meant for you to actually work. Take a second, read it and enjoy it, but stimulate your brain. Work a little bit. Let's see what we get out of this by answering this question. And I believe that it follows up with something else, right?
Yeah, and then after you do your questions, then every day I put a prayer corner. We seem in this microwave generation just seem to zoom past prayer. But prayer is key because it's our communication to God. But sometimes we just don't take a moment to pray. Yeah. So then I have a called Prayer Corner. I want you to actually write your prayer out to God. And then after you write your prayer out to God, don't just put it away. Each day do it. But go back and read the prayer corner. Yeah. And then when you see the hand of God moving in your life, you'll be able to say, God answered this prayer. Right. I saw God doing this in my life, and I see God doing that. That's when you'll have a testimony that you can share with somebody else that may be struggling with something. And you are now giving them key ingredients to help them, because you now tell them you trust in God and you are praying to God and you're writing your prayers out. Right. We are seen to be losing some time. People don't want to write anymore and write things down. But you tell another youth that if you're a youth and you tell another if you're praying and you can show them that God answered your prayer, that's what they're going to believe in that. Right. Because again, there's a lot they don't believe in everything. They need facts. It has to be proven to them. Right, so this is a great segue to that. You write it down. You write the day that you wrote down the prayer, and you write down the date that God answered that prayer. Oh, yeah. And then they can see it, and it'll help them to start to believe. And then when they're going through their trials and their turmoil, they'll believe and they'll start to read God's word as well. Oh, yeah, that's a good practice. Yeah. That's a really good practice, guys. Y'all got to listen in on that, man. If you didn't hear that, y'all got to listen to the video again and go ahead and chop that up, man, because the practice of writing down your goals in general, I would say, but certainly being able to write down that date and that even the time if you want to, that because it could be 5 minutes later and that prayer is getting answered. Yes. So you guys gotta peep that. That's unique. Even I think I'm going to try that one out. I like that. As a matter of fact, if there's anyone online who have a youth if you I'll take the first one who put it in, I will actually mail that. I will give you a book just for them.
Wow, that'd
Yes.
be awesome.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be awesome. That'd be awesome. Y'all heard it here on Elev8 Radio. Y'all heard it, man. I want to jump into a little bit of the values of trust, right? So, 21-Day Trust Journey. The name of the book, family. The link is in the comments. I'm gonna probably throw it up there again in a little bit for you guys that might have missed it. But trust in general, right? So we got marriage. We got life in general. We got our kids.
Mm-hmm.
So how would you elaborate on trust within marriage?
Ooh.
That's a touchy one, but I think it's the trust in marriage can sometimes be overlooked because a lot of people get caught up in I gotta make sure I'm supporting my family. I'm going to work, make sure we got a house to live in, some cars to drive, all these like you were saying, all these material things. But we forget that trust in marriage. Even if it's just me trusting that you're gonna come home and give me a kiss and let me know that you just came home.
Yes.
I trust that every day with my wife. So I gotta have that trust, because if I don't trust that, then now I'm not gonna expect it. And if I don't expect it, now I got a lack of love going on.
Absolutely.
So, I mean, that's kind of some things that, I'm going to let you elaborate. I see you're about to do your thing.
That's very good. Well, you say, and make sure that trust factor is there in that marriage, because that's really the glue that is going to hold the marriage together.
Yeah.
Cars go, you can wreck a car.
Right.
Clothes, we put on some weight, we lose some weight.
Oh, yeah.
A house, depending on, it can be destroyed.
Right.
But that trust is pretty much that solid foundation
Yes,
that'll hold that marriage down.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if, like you said, you're trusting that your wife's going to give you a kiss or vice versa.
Right.
That's the one thing that you're looking for every day.
Exactly.
And that will keep you, because no matter what, you come home at the end of the day or you leave at the beginning of the day, you know you're going to get that kiss or that hug. That'll warm you, and it changes your mindset. And it keeps the two of you in flow and in unity to keep going, because you're just trusting that that's going to happen, and that's something that won't be erased. And that's the beauty of trust. It can be erased.
Yeah.
But if you're trusting in the right one,
Right.
in the right thing,
There you go.
it won't be erased.
Right.
But if you trust in the material things, they'll be erased, and then you feel heartbroken. But that's why in marriage, when the trust factor is gone, that's why marriages fail.
Yeah.
Because once it's gone, it takes that much longer to rebuild.
Wow. It's powerful, man. And I think it's very beneficial to be able to apply that trust onto your relationship. I would say, Shaiwian, trust and communication is probably two of the vital things. There's many, but those are extremely vital. You gotta have that, both of those.
They're like parallelism. Communication, I'll say, sometimes we think we know our spouses and we know everything.
Yeah.
And I spent a lot of time in school.
Yeah.
So I was always gone,
Mm-hmm.
And Wes, I remember having an anniversary at my job, I think a 20-year anniversary.
Yeah.
And my husband came. And I heard him in the corner. He was laughing because he knew my friends from my job.
Right.
And he was laughing. I said, whose husband is that? And I say, because I hadn't spent a lot of time communicating with him. I didn't even know he had a sense of humor. I didn't even know that side. So because I wasn't communicating with him, because I spent all my time in the books, reading, writing papers. So little things, I'm saying, it can dissipate. And I said, oh my God, I better get myself together and I better start communicating to my husband so I can know who he is, So it is things like that. So you gotta communicate. I don't care how busy you are.
Yeah.
I don't care if it's 5 minutes at the dinner table.
Right.
I don't care if it's 5 minutes when you walk in the door. Find some time to communicate so you can hear each other's heart.
Yeah.
I felt some type of way though, Wes, Because he was laughing over there with my butt, and I was like, huh.
Yeah.
So I had to. So I say I picked up on it, and I say,
Right.
make sure you pick up on those things.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Don't just
Absolutely.
don't just let them go like,
Yeah.
oh, that's nothing. No, be attentive to that. You
There you
need
go.
communication.
Yeah.
It's a building block that you need just cemented just as much as trust.
Mm-hmm.
And you can't trust what you don't know.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And you got to communicate to know it.
You got to communicate to know it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's good. Yeah.
That's big.
Yes.
So, as far as that trust and that communication, let's switch it up and then apply it into our kids' lives. I know you got something special that you got, so I'm gonna let you extend a little bit on that.
Okay. So let's go back to my communication.
Right.
Because how did I get to communicating with a kid?
Yeah.
So on the back of the book, I dealt with infertility and losing my 4 kids, and so for me, I just didn't think I would have any kids. I knew I couldn't have it, so I didn't. So, but being a mom was something I always wanted to do.
Right.
And so years ago, I thought about doing foster care.
Mm-hmm.
I said, no, I can't do foster care right now. It's just too emotional.
Yeah.
I can't have somebody come and take the child. I said, that's just too much. So I laid it on the side. Then some time went on. I said, you know what? I know what it means, how it feels not to have parents.
Right.
I said, I think I could be an asset to a child.
Absolutely.
I'm going to go ahead and be a resource parent. And it's okay if I have to give that child back. But at least I can put some building blocks and some foundation and show that child some love.
Yeah.
So I went in and did it. And I remember the day I got a call and they said, we got this infant baby in care. He's 5 months old.
Yeah.
And he's Caucasian. I said, Caucasian? Yeah, he's 5 months old. He's Caucasian. I said, did you talk to my husband? That lady said, yeah. She said, he told me to call you. I said, oh, okay. Well, yeah, we'll take him.
Right.
So, she go over the information and everything. And I called my aunt, Francine, and I said, we got this baby. And she's just jumping for joy. She's screaming and everything. I said, but he's Caucasian. She said, yeah. And what does that mean? Mm-hmm. And so I say is that Jules, the child we got to foster, wasn't what we looked like. He came with blue eyes and blonde hair. He probably wore 4 pounds. Yeah. And he cried all day and all night. Blonde eye, blue hair, came crying. But, over the course of time, we loved and nurtured him. Absolutely. We didn't even see color. We just saw this precious little baby that needed a home and needed love. And Jules, when he came to us, he was not adoptable. We were to give him back. But time went on west, and he became adoptable. Wow. And so he had known us, he had been with us probably 2 years now. And so we said, we got to keep him. Yeah. We're the only parents he know. We're not going to just send him back out. So we kept him, and adoption went finalized, and we've had Jules since he was 5 months old. Wow. He's now 4 years old. Oh, yeah. Very talkative.
all the 4 years old, huh?
Yes, all the 4. And the communication piece is that, I have times with Jules that I sit and I talk to him. Yeah. And he just becomes very quiet. And I know those who know Jules, they don't see the quiet part of Jules because he has a lot of energy. Yeah. But he calms down and we talk, and I communicate with him and tell him the things that he needs to know. Yeah. When he does something wrong, I tell him no, and I tell him the right way. Yeah. And not only that, I communicate.
Tell him with love.
Love.
Yeah.
And so he doesn't know anything about if I'm black or he's white. He doesn't know any of that. Mm-hmm. All he knows is that he has 2 parents. And he'll say, Mommy, Daddy.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. But one day, Wes, he came, he said, Mom. I said, yes. He said, you got skin? I said, yeah, I got skin. So I'm thinking he now knows about the color of skin. Right. And so I said, yeah, I got skin. He said, I got skin too. And I said, phew, not time for that not time to have that talk yet. Right. But communication is everything, even to a 4-year-old. Wow. Days to come, he has a greater journey ahead of him. So communication is going to be the key, along with love as well. That love can never dissipate. Yeah. And communicating to him about color
Yeah.
And when he comes home that day, when somebody tells him, well, you white and your parents are black, you know, having that conversation with him so he can understand.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't have the words to say, but I trust God enough that
go.
if he allowed us to adopt him and raise him, that he will, during that season, he will give us the words to say how to do it and everything. But I can tell you, it's you can love anybody.
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
Yeah, I don't care what nationality you just love.
Yeah.
Nobody sees any of that.
Yeah.
My family and friends treat Jules very well. They love him just as much as my husband loved Jules. So.
Wow.
And again, he didn't come the way we wanted, but we trusted God. And again, we went in not looking to adopt, just looking to be a blessing to a child.
Yeah.
And in turn, God blessed us.
In turn, yeah. Hey, wow. That's deep. So, at the end of the day, I think trust in life in general is the foundation, right? We can have trust in our wives and our husbands, and trust in our kids, and trust that, you know, our kids will do this way and do this that way. But what is any of that unless you got trust in God?
That's it.
So 21-day trust journey.
Yes.
This book is laying that trust out for you, and it's breaking it down in a way that can test your mind, and it asks you questions. Let your mind work to come up with those answers, and then you have the prayer corner to gather yourself all together, and now you're ready for the next one all over again. It's an experience.
It's an experience.
It's an experience.
Yes.
So it's not just a book, family. We got deep. We got deep, and we're sitting here at the 10-minute mark. So I'm gonna run one last song. It should be song number 3, and then we're gonna come back, Shaiwian, and we're gonna go ahead and close up for everybody. And I hope you guys are enjoying yourselves, and I hope you guys are getting some inspiration and some wisdom through today's vibe session. I'm gonna go ahead and play the song, and we're gonna kick it off. But stay around for the closing remarks, and support the book, man. I left two links to the Amazon, so you guys can go ahead and head over there and get you guys a copy. Get your mom's a copy, your dad a copy, and your kids and your family, all of them, man. Just go ahead and support this, man. It's a really big movement, and I think it's gonna change a lot of lives. So, without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and play the song, guys. All right.
I like this, man. I like this. I like this. I can get used to this.
Yeah.
But you make it so easy too.
Thank you.
You're definitely a natural.
Thank you.
Definitely
I
a
appreciate it.
natural. I know I took you deep. I saw your nonverbals.
Huh?
I saw your nonverbals.
What's that?
When I shared the story.
Oh yeah.
But you know what you have.
No, it's good.
This is hard for me to even be transparent.
Yeah.
It's hard, but somebody needs to hear
You
it.
know what? I had to do that too. I mean, I think it's for anybody that wants to take it to that next level of anything. You got to be transparent, because at the end of the day, that's your testimony.
Yeah, that's my testimony.
And everything's based off your testimony.
Yes,
That entire book
I know
is probably
it is.
based off your testimony.
Yeah.
So,
I'm excited for the next one.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm excited for it too. We gotta get it back popping on the radio.
Yes, I like this.
I'm glad you like it though.
Yeah, it is. You made me feel comfortable.
Thank you.
So how do you come up with guests? How do you?
Anybody, look, if you're writing a book, I had another girl that she wrote a book. A friend of mine, him and his wife just opened up a beauty supply store, so they're gonna come on.
Okay.
I got a friend of mine that's a realtor, Tiana and Della Church. They're gonna come on.
Good.
Anybody who, my thing is like, you're trying to do something other than just stay basic. Just like you're trying to do something to empower people, to help people, or further yourselves. I'm cool.
How do we support you? I know we come on here, but how do we support you?
By coming on here.
That's it.
By coming on here. That's all it is.
Don't make me cry here.
By coming on here, because that's the whole purpose. I just want to, because there's not really. I'm being honest with you, Shaiwian. It's not really a platform for for black people. That many black people. And I'm not saying that as in no white people come on. That's ridiculous. Like, of course. But for a black man to have a platform that a black woman or another black man wouldn't feel uncomfortable with coming into the room, I think that's kind of special and something to be had in this area, especially in this area, because there's so much grind going on in this area.
Right.
And it's not, I mean, as far as coming on with people, it's not hard because everybody's doing something. So
this is good. Thank you.
that's what it's about. That's why I went with the name Elev8 Radio, because I want to be able to elevate people with that.
You're elevating people. God's going to continue to elevate you.
I appreciate it.
That's it right there.
That's that. People are loving it though. That's awesome. They're loving it. We almost got 20 likes off of this. See, this is different because you got a lot. Usually I either got a lot of comments or a lot of likes because people don't do both. If they're commenting, they're watching, so they're not hitting the like button. But then I'll get, like, if I got a lot of comments, I'll get likes on like the back end.
Okay.
So after it's already posted. But you're getting a lot of both at the same time, so that's good. It's really good. So Facebook, I know y'all can still hear me. Keep on liking and keep on commenting. And go ahead and grab that book. Go ahead and grab that book for sure. I'm gonna run one more song so we can hit this time.
Yeah, wrap this up.
Because we're sitting at just under 6 minutes.
Oh my goodness.
Just under 6
Oh my
minutes.
goodness.
So that should give us about, after this song, okay, yeah, I probably won't do the whole 6 minutes, but it'll give us about 3 minutes to close out. Do you want to do anything special to close out? You got anything, last minute things you want to say?
Just touch on trust. Mark out. I think I do have something coming up. Oh my goodness, I don't have. Oh, I know it's February the 9th. I know it's in Annapolis. It's going to be the Black History Program.
Okay.
Oh my goodness, I don't have the info.
Do you have it online anywhere?
No, I don't. I'm actually going to be doing a book signing.
Okay.
Well,
you can let people know if you do you post that kind of stuff online?
I need to. I will start. I will definitely do that. So my events and everything. And
you
tell
up
them
on
how they
Facebook.
can hit me on Twitter.
Yeah,
on
all
Facebook.
that, or whatever it
What
is.
am I now? Instagram, Twitter. I ain't that good. I'm still in I'm still in kindergarten.
Yeah.
Instagram, I'm good.
Yeah, you let them know that.
Follow me.
Yeah, and then they'll see. That'll work. I'm glad you're enjoying it, bro. I really am.
I'm looking forward to Tiana and them on because both of them are realtors now.
Yeah.
I want to hear that.
Yeah.
Oh, I really love the gentleman Justin.
What's
Oh
that?
my
Oh,
goodness.
Justin.
Oh
yeah.
my
He
goodness.
is such a clown.
Oh my goodness.
We've been friends for a long time.
Really?
Too. Really long time. Yeah.
So he's twofold. He's doing music
Mm-hmm.
and he's doing real estate.
It's super unique.
Yeah.
I've never seen anything like it. So I was like, oh, that's perfect. We can get you on the radio and play your songs.
Yes,
So
yes.
It was cool. It was awesome.
And that's when I said, I don't think I'm going to be able to talk for an hour.
Yeah, time flies. You know, when you get started with this, time flies. 3 minutes good for you?
Yeah, 3 minutes is good.
All right, family. We're back at it, man. We got some closing remarks from Ms. Shaiwian Mackall for her book. So I'm going to go ahead and let her have it. Shut my big mouth and let her have it. Shaiwian, you got it, man. Go ahead and let the people know what you want.
Thank you. So as we talk about trusting God, and we don't put our trust in people, but as you see God, that you're trusting Him, you actually need to see God in the people that He's placed around you.
Right.
Because God is working through people. So when you said, I'm trusting God, but I'm not going to trust people, you're going to have to trust God that He has put the people in your life for you to give you what you need and to propel you for your next. Mm-hmm. You can't do this thing by yourself, but first it has to be done with God. Yeah. And watch God move in your life. and take your blinders off. Matter of fact, just ask God to anoint your eyes that you see him and that lighted path that he's already, the path that he said he will direct you. Make sure that you see him there. Yeah. And then when you see him, you'll know it's God. Mm-hmm. So remember that when you trust God. Continue to read 21 Day Trust Journey. If you have some comments, I'm on Facebook at Shaiwian Mackall. Find me. Put your comments there. Hashtag every day is there. Do a hashtag. Follow me on Instagram. I'm at Shaiwian. I've got some upcoming events coming. I will post them on Facebook. Hopefully you can join me on some of those, or send those individuals in the area that I'll be in to come out and support me. I got a couple book signings coming up, so I'm so excited about that. Mm-hmm. Again, for that individual who's on here who has a teen, please don't forget to send that name, because I will give that teen a book. I autograph it. Yeah. Because I do want a teen to have that in their hand.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
Someone's asking me about my next. I do have a next. Won't even give much of it away yet, but I'm going to stay in my lane. I like to write devotions. Yeah. From this book, 21 Day Trust, I have birthed a business. It's called SDM Inspires. So it's in its infancy stages. So SDM Inspires is out there to do author books, for speaking engagements. Anybody want me to come speak, I come speak. You know, some pastors want me to come out to do a book signing, or friends, or women's group, or whatever group it is. I'll be right there with my books in my hands, signing them. Right. Again, remember to trust God. I cannot leave off this station without thanking my Pastor Darrell L. Godlock, because at Calvert County Baptist Church, my first book signing, he let me do at Calvert County Baptist Church, and it was a success, and I'm just thankful for him and First Lady for their support, and all my CCBC family, and everybody who on the line who I don't even know, but now I know you. Yeah. Thank you for supporting me tonight. And if I could leave you one final thought, mm-hmm. whatever it is, I don't care what it is. Mm-hmm. I don't care what pain you're feeling. I don't care what turmoil you're in. Yeah. If you put your trust and faith in God, 100%. I'm a living testimony that God can do it. Took a little benign girl from Calvert County, mm-hmm. from Push-Off Station Road in Sunderland. Right. And today, when I said I had lack of confidence, I did. I struggled with it. Mm-hmm. But it's through him that he has given me the confidence to do this. Yeah. And lastly, I want to thank Wes for an opportunity to come on Elev8 and promote my book. Thank you for what you're doing in the community, and I pray God's richest blessing upon you and your family's life, just not today, but forever.
Thank you.
God bless you.
Thank you. Thank you. All right, family, you heard it here. You got to go get the book, 21 Day Trust Journey by Shaiwian Mackall. Thank you guys for tuning in. We're going to go ahead and log off.
I'm a minute over. Thank you, sir. This yours is already signed for you.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Autograph in there. Thank you.
Wow. That was awesome. Facebook family, what you guys think? Go out here commenting all the way up.
My girl Jill.
They're making it happen. Awesome. Cool. So we're gonna get a picture popping?
Oh yeah, thank you.
All right, Facebook, I'm gonna say bye to you guys.
My bio, I can say I've been on the radio show.
Yeah. Your phone is blowing up.
Oh, is it?
Really?
lady who inspired me, Rhonda Brown Tucker, she was going to say, sis, one day you should put this in a book.